In today's video, we're going to be going through, is there a self? Is there a self to find? Once you've got this is going to enable your ability to really deepen the quality of your life, and it will give you great meaning as to why you do what you do every day. What's the point of your work? Where are you going? Why were you even born? Stay tuned if you'd like to find all this out. I am Dan Warburton, a transformational coach who's known for having enabled thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners to succeed in extraordinary ways. I've also got web spaces full of testimonials backing this up, and I'm often invited to speak to audiences of thousands around the world about what transformation makes possible. I now get to live an extraordinary lifestyle, and I want you to be able to experience the same. Oh, I better turn this off. Oh, it's so amazing to be hearing some of my old music that I used to play when I used to DJ. I used to absolutely love it. Crowds going crazy, high energy. Oh, it was amazing, amazing, great times. Anyway, I had to grow up, kind of. Well, I just chose to make money instead. So here I am, and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, we are covering, is there a self to find? What is the self? So you might have heard other kind of other devotees, other people that are committed to spiritually awakening, to speaking about the self and realizing the self. So I'm going to begin by taking you through what the self is not. And once you've understood this, it's just going to give you a lot more meaning and depth as to why you're alive and why you do what you do. So what I'd like you to do is to follow me with a very simple exercise. And if you follow this exercise, it will enable you to understand what the self is just so much more, okay? So now what I'd like you to do is to get one of your hands into an index finger, and then I'd like you to put a foot out in front of you like this, and point at your foot, and then ask yourself, is this a thing? Is it a thing? Let's answer it. Yes, it is. Can I touch it? Can I feel it? Yes, I can. Okay, so it's a thing. Does it exist? Yes, it does. Very good. Okay, now, point at your knee. And as you point at your knee, ask yourself again, is this a thing? Can I see it? Yes. Does it exist? Yes. Actually do this. Don't just watch me doing this. Come on. Now, what I want you to do is to point at your chest. And as you point your chest, ask yourself again, is it a thing? Is it there? Yes, it's there. Okay, now what I want you to do is to point at you. So you might end up doing this. So now as you point at you, ask yourself, is it a thing? Okay, so let's answer this. Is it a thing? Well, before I could see my chest and I could see it's a thing. And now as I'm pointing at me, I'm now just aware of this thing, this hand, this arm doing this at me. Can you guys see how you went through a process where you were pointing at your body? Now, many people think that we are our bodies, okay, which is just hilarious. And as you point at the different parts of your body, you got to a point where you were then pointing at you, and you switched from pointing at your body to all of a sudden being the thing that's looking at the end of your finger. So that begins to give you an insight into you not being this thing. Because how can you be looking at this part of your body, and then all of a sudden when you point at you, then you get reversed, and all of a sudden you experience almost the opposite. It's like this thing, it's pointing. Even this thing that it's pointing is just like another kind of invention. So let me break it down another way. Who are you? Now, as far back as you go in time, allow yourself to get present to memories. Remember where you used to live when you were younger. And do you remember maybe the cot that you slept in? And your mum and dad, if they're not with you now, bless them, I send them lots of love and wishes, and I promise you they are still with us now. That's a video for another day. Now, going forwards at school, memories of school, memories of your friends, of where you lived, of the sports, the hobbies that you enjoyed, the clubs, the things you did in your spare time, going in after that, college, and then work, and then relationships, all these things. As you experienced all those things, I guarantee that you are building up a whole index of what you think you are and think you're not. Now, it could be I'm so tall, or I'm short, or I'm not good at this, I am good at that, I'm male, I'm female, I'm black, I'm white. And then what happens is we each end up with this whole kind of dictionary of what we think we are and think we're not. And then we walk around the world thinking we are this thing that we think we are and think we're not. But the truth is all of that is only a mental construct that we've based on things that have happened to us. You know, it's like when I failed at an exam, or even better, when my brother got all the love and attention during that event when I was 3 years old. Go back and have a look at one of my videos called I Bit My Brother's Ear, and I break this down. But I got really angry when my brother bit his ear, my father shouted at me, and at that moment I was thinking, I'm just not good enough, nobody wants me. And then what happened was that then became my kind of view of myself and the world, and that became what I actually thought I was and wasn't. I thought I wasn't good enough, and I thought I'm not good enough. And that mental construct was just one of many that I've now awakened to see that I went and invented as I am those things and I'm not. And now I've realized through working with all my clients that all of my clients have all done this as well. They've all built up these constructs, what they think they are and think they're not. So the self is not any of this that I've gone through so far in this video, okay? It's just none of that. It's none of the mental construct, what I think I am, think I'm not. It's not this body that I'm in, as you can see from that exercise I've taken you through. Maybe some of you got it, maybe some of you didn't. Keep thinking about it and reflecting on it, because if you get it, it's a really fascinating awakening process you'll go through. And so all of that is not who we are. So what is the self? Well, the self is the space in which you happen in. In other words, you've got your five senses: touch, smell, sight, sound, and hearing. I think I've doubled on one of those, but anyway, you know what I mean. So in those senses that we have, we connect to this illusion of the universe, to this illusion of life. And then through that experience gives us the experience of us being alive in the place. But what's actually happening is it's the space that we are in which those feelings and that experience is rising up in. It's the blank canvas. It's the unmanifested. It's the pre-created us is the self. That space of complete stillness in which everything emerges and rises from. At this point, some of you might be calling it source. Some of you might be calling it God or love. This is the self, the eternal self. And as one of my gurus said to me, he said, imagine yourself as the sky. When clouds arise in the sky, does the self change? Does the sky change? No, the sky is the sky. The clouds simply arise in the sky. Now the clouds could be thoughts, could be worry, it could be concerns and all these things. You know, a thunderstorm passes in the sky. Does you, the self, change? No, it doesn't. It's just there's a thunderstorm that arises in it. The self, the sky, is the blank space in which we happen and we arise in. That is the self. Now, once you can begin implementing this, what happens is you start to awaken to detachment. You start to awaken to realizing that everything that happens within your life and everything that you experience is only that, an experience. It's not reality and it's not truth. Does it mean you're not experiencing and not feeling those things? No, absolutely. It does mean that you are experiencing and feeling those things. It simply means that you are not those things. So what this does is it enables you as an entrepreneur to play full out, to really go for it in life. Why? because in doing that, you're not attached to the outcome. You're not attached to what's going to happen, because you get that whatever happens is just something that happens and it need not affect how you feel. This makes things great fun, because now we can just enjoy this life called illusion without being so caught up in it. You know, money, so what? It will come and go. Relationships, so what? They'll come and go. You know, nothing really matters once you understand or start to experience or be the self. I don't think the self is something we can ever try and we can ever understand, because understanding something is only ever getting something on an intellectual level. All we can ever do is experience the self. So, if you learned something from this video today, do click like, because the more likes I get, the more this video will bump up, the more people's lives I can then impact with my videos. And this is my commitment to all of you as your transformational coach. To those of you that are entrepreneurs, business owners, and all of those of you that really want to create and live the best life possible, subscribe to my channel if you're truly committed to succeed, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Namaste.